Diamond hands, baby. All you gotta do is hold. I bought MiniDOGE. Now my wrist is unfroze. Got enough pre-sale, so I got it on the low. MiniMax crazy. All the coins get exposed. Diamond hands, baby. All you gotta do is hold. I bought MiniDOGE. Now my wrist is unfroze. Got enough pre-sale, so I got it on the low. MiniMax crazy. All the coins get exposed. Diamond hands, baby. All you gotta do is hold. Got it on Binance with 4 VPNs. Flipped at the shorty that made me the check. 2 second get to the bitches undressed. VVS diamonds all up on my neck. MiniDOGE drip is stupid. Nigga, I'm wet like fluid. Call the plug, yeah, that's Lewis. Jamal Murray arrows, that's Cupid. I bought MiniDOGE. Now my wrist is unfroze. Got enough pre-sale, so I got it on the low. MiniMax crazy. All the coins get exposed. Diamond hands, baby. All you gotta do is hold.
All you really gotta do is hold it. Turn the silver to gold to stay focused. My future like clay, I'ma mold it. Just imagine Elon on the tweet with a T on the back of the seat. I ain't gotta go trap in the street, cause that crypto gon' bring it to me. MiniDOGE got them lit and it's on at the sea.
I bought MiniDOGE. Now my wrist is unfroze. Got enough pre-sale, so I got it on the low. MiniMax crazy. All the coins get exposed. Diamond hands, baby. All you gotta do is hold. I bought MiniDOGE. Now my wrist is unfroze. Got enough pre-sale, so I got it on the low. MiniMax crazy. All the coins get exposed. Diamond hands, baby. All you gotta do is hold. I bought MiniDOGE. Now my wrist is unfroze. Got enough pre-sale, so I got it on the low. MiniMax crazy. All the coins get exposed. Diamond hands, baby. All you gotta do is hold. Got it on Binance with 4 VPNs. Flipped at the shorty that made me the check. 2 second get to the bitches undressed. VVS diamonds all up on my neck. MiniDOGE drip is stupid. Nigga, I'm wet like fluid. Call the plug, yeah, that's Lewis. Jamal Murray arrows, that's Cupid. I bought MiniDOGE. Now my wrist is unfroze. Got enough pre-sale, so I got it on the low. MiniMax crazy. All the coins get exposed. Diamond hands, baby. All you gotta do is hold.
All you really gotta do is hold it. Turn the silver to gold to stay focused. My future like clay, I'ma mold it. Just imagine Elon on the tweet with a T on the back of the seat. I ain't gotta go trap in the street, cause that crypto gon' bring it to me. MiniDOGE got them lit and it's on at the sea.
I bought MiniDOGE. Now my wrist is unfroze. Got enough pre-sale, so I got it on the low. MiniMax crazy. All the coins get exposed. Diamond hands, baby. All you gotta do is hold. I bought MiniDOGE. Now my wrist is unfroze. Got enough pre-sale, so I got it on the low. MiniMax crazy. All the coins get exposed. Diamond hands, baby. All you gotta do is hold. I bought MiniDOGE. Now my wrist is unfroze. Got enough pre-sale, so I got it on the low. MiniMax crazy. All the coins get exposed. Diamond hands, baby. All you gotta do is hold. Got it on Binance with 4 VPNs. Flipped at the shorty that made me the check. 2 second get to the bitches undressed. VVS diamonds all up on my neck. MiniDOGE drip is stupid. Nigga, I'm wet like fluid. Call the plug, yeah, that's Lewis. Jamal Murray arrows, that's Cupid. I bought MiniDOGE. Now my wrist is unfroze. Got enough pre-sale, so I got it on the low. MiniMax crazy. All the coins get exposed. Diamond hands, baby. All you gotta do is hold.
All you really gotta do is hold it. Turn the silver to gold to stay focused. Cause that crypto gon' bring it to me. MiniDOGE got them lit and it's on out the sea.
I bought MiniDOGE, now my wrists I'm froze. Got enough pre-sale, so I got it on the low. MetaMask crazy, all the coins get exposed. Diamond hands, baby, all you gotta do is hold. I bought MiniDOGE, now my wrists I'm froze. Got enough pre-sale, so I got it on the low. MetaMask crazy, all the coins get exposed. Diamond hands, baby, all you gotta do is hold. I bought MiniDOGE, now my wrists I'm froze. Got enough pre-sale, so I got it on the low. MetaMask crazy, all the coins get exposed. Diamond hands, baby, all you gotta do is hold. Got it on Binance with 4 VPNs. Flipped at the shorty that made me the check. 2 second get to the bitches undressed. 50 years diamonds all up on my neck. MiniDOGE drip is stupid. Nigga, I'm wet like fluid. Call the plug, yeah, that's Lewis. Jamal Murray arrows, that's Cupid. I bought MiniDOGE, now my wrists I'm froze. Got enough pre-sale, so I got it on the low. MetaMask crazy, all the coins get exposed. Diamond hands, baby, all you gotta do is hold.
All you really gotta do is hold it. Turn the silver to gold to stay focused. My future like clay, I'ma mold it. Just imagine Elon on the tweet, with a T on the back of the seat. I ain't gotta go trap in the street, cause that crypto gon' bring it to me. MiniDOGE got them lit and it's on out the sea.
I bought MiniDOGE, now my wrists I'm froze. Got enough pre-sale, so I got it on the low. MetaMask crazy, all the coins get exposed. Diamond hands, baby, all you gotta do is hold. I bought MiniDOGE, now my wrists I'm froze. Got enough pre-sale, so I got it on the low. MetaMask crazy, all the coins get exposed. Diamond hands, baby, all you gotta do is hold. I bought MiniDOGE, now my wrists I'm froze. Got enough pre-sale, so I got it on the low. MetaMask crazy, all the coins get exposed. Diamond hands, baby, all you gotta do is hold. Got it on Binance with 4 VPNs. Flipped at the shorty that made me the check. 2 second get to the bitches undressed. 50 years diamonds all up on my neck. MiniDOGE drip is stupid. Nigga, I'm wet like fluid. Call the plug, yeah, that's Lewis. Jamal Murray arrows, that's Cupid. I bought MiniDOGE, now my wrists I'm froze. Got enough pre-sale, so I got it on the low. MetaMask crazy, all the coins get exposed. Diamond hands, baby, all you gotta do is hold.
All you really gotta do is hold it. Turn the silver to gold to stay focused. My future like clay, I'ma mold it. Just imagine Elon on the tweet, with a T on the back of the seat. I ain't gotta go trap in the street, cause that crypto gon' bring it to me. MiniDOGE got them lit and it's on out the sea.
I bought MiniDOGE, now my wrists I'm froze. Got enough pre-sale, so I got it on the low. MetaMask crazy, all the coins get exposed. Diamond hands, baby, all you gotta do is hold. I bought MiniDOGE, now my wrists I'm froze. Got enough pre-sale, so I got it on the low. MetaMask crazy, all the coins get exposed. Diamond hands, baby, all you gotta do is hold. I bought MiniDOGE, now my wrists I'm froze. Got enough pre-sale, so I got it on the low. MetaMask crazy, all the coins get exposed. Diamond hands, baby, all you gotta do is hold. Got it on Binance with 4 VPNs. Flipped at the shorty that made me the check. 2 second get to the bitches undressed.
Hello, Mini Army. We are happy to be here today. I am Bill Spada from Dev Team 6.
And I am Eric Anderson with Dev Team 6 as well.
And we've got some MiniDOGE updates for you guys. We're excited to be here in this holiday season. We know a lot of people are spending time out there shopping and doing all that fun stuff right now. And
I should be shopping.
yeah, I mean,
I should be.
It's funny because I kind of got this weird whisper to me
Oh, goodness.
back in November that there was some major shortages on gifts available to buy.
That is true.
And so I'm very proud of myself that I spent the time to do some of that shopping back in November. So I've been, unfortunately, I had to realize after I did it all, I had to put it somewhere.
You had to hide it somewhere.
Yeah, I
That's
had to
what
put
the
it
office
somewhere.
is for.
I know, it's funny. I probably have multiple pallets of like areas in the warehouse where people are like, what is all this crap?
What is this?
Right? And I'm like, don't
Stuff
touch
for
it.
6 kids. That's
Don't-
what it is.
I know, 6 kids. Can you imagine?
No.
You need like a pallet per kid.
We only had half that many.
I know. All right, sorry guys. We, Eric and I, we don't see each other, but maybe 12 hours a day. So we need
gotta
time
catch up.
Time to catch up when we see each other.
That's right.
But anyhow, back to the main task at hand, and that is
All right.
bringing you guys some answers, giving you guys some updates, and helping you guys down the journey with us on the success of the MiniDOGE project. So without further ado, I'm going to start.
What's a Barney?
What's a Barney? Any Barneys?
Is Barney another a kid's toy?
Well, they have
these
purple
days?
hearts, so it might have something to do with the Barney, the children's
dinosaur?
character. Purple.
Barney the dinosaur.
I'm going to go with that. We're going to leave
Ebs
that
has
one.
got something.
We're going to leave
She's
that
got
one on
something.
the back burner.
What is it?
What do you got? Live on Telegram. Yeah.
Do they know what Barney is?
They're Barneying out? They're doing the Barney or what? All right, so let's get started.
Barneys.
Ebs, why don't you drop the Telegram right here? Please don't bang the table, just drop it. That'd be probably best for everybody.
I'll leave that to you, Daryl.
You know, the banging of the table.
All right, so we're gonna.
I see what you did there.
She knew.
I
Right?
see what you did
See,
there.
that's called a T.
Uh-huh.
You ever seen a T?
No, I saw Barney once, though.
Well, I just put the
Oh, yes.
I put
You
the,
teed it up?
I teed it up. This is like the formation, the structure.
That's right.
Right, the bottom
But
foundation.
did she take a swing at it?
She threw the top on. She crossed that thing on top,
Right.
and boom, it was
She
done.
let it fly?
Yep, all done.
She just didn't bang the table.
It's called years of knowing each other, I guess.
Yes, indeed.
All right, so let's get started. I don't know why Eric seems dedicated to having fun all the time.
Because it's Wednesday.
It's Wednesday. It's
It
hump
is.
day. It's hump day. All right, so let's get started. Bill spoke about the
That's you.
utility. Yeah, that would
That's
be
you.
probably. I mean, unless there's another bill that I'm not familiar
Well,
with. There are
we're not going to go there.
Yeah, there are some scammers out there that keep pretending to be Bill.
Yes.
Bill spoke about the utility for treasure will blow everyone's minds. Can we elaborate?
Blown.
So there is a banger. However, that banger is something that we'll get to. But I do want to give you some updates on Treasure's utility. So a lot of people, obviously, for many reasons, are kind of wondering the future of Treasure. What does that do for us? Where is that going to go? What is it to do with more than just being a reward for staking and farming and
What
whatnot?
is treasure, Bill?
So, officially, I'm going to give you 2 of the utilities, and then the third one we are reserving the right to bring to you shortly.
And
Only,
dropping it hard on the table.
well, it will feel like that when they do actually see what it is. They will feel that. But I do want to give you
Lay it
2.
on us.
So there's 3 total utilities, one of which we are going to reserve. The other 2 we will tell you today. The first and foremost one, which is kind of the normal one, is it is a governance token for the MiniDOGE DAO. It will be utilized for voting rights, for other purposes within the DAO. It'll also allow people to propose various different things when it comes to MiniPets, all the different projects that are going on with MiniDOGE, etc. The second utility is we are going to utilize Treasure as the exclusive currency for the Dojax NFT marketplace. So all MiniDOGE NFTs, all releases, everything that goes out there, you will only be able to mint your new NFTs, all MiniPets NFTs, everything will actually be done through the Treasure token. Okay? So that is
some treasure
something
for you
you to understand. Those of you that don't really quite understand what that means, a good example of that utility is when Shiba dropped the Shiboshis, they dropped their marketplace. They utilized a leash, which is their governance token. They utilized a leash as the only currency you could mint Shiboshis in. So this will be very similar to it, but the entire marketplace will be powered that way. So the Treasure tokens will be utilized in the marketplace also to purchase other assets. So not just the minting side of it, but it'll be a currency that is used inside the NFT marketplace that lives on Dojax and will also live inside of MiniPets once MiniPets is launched and MiniPets is active. So think of it that way. The utility for that is both governance for the DAO and the governance platform, and it is also the currency, the exclusive currency of the NFT side of the MiniDOGE project. And I will get into the third one, but not today, just because I think we'll do this in phases. The third one is probably the most exciting one, but we'll touch that probably in the next couple of weeks. We'll get into that in the next couple of weeks. But those of you are looking forward to where is and what is the purpose, what is the utility, what is future application of the Treasure token, it is going to play a very critical part of the MiniDOGE ecosystem from all of the blockchain gaming side as well as the NFT marketplace. It will also have other purpose, which we will get into later. That being said, let's go on to number 2. Can we discuss the purpose of the 98,775,000 tokens locked on pink sales? So let me make sure we're clear. These are Treasure tokens that we're discussing.
Right.
Okay.
Let's get Tommy. Maybe you can shed some light on those.
He doesn't need to. We can tell him. So I just want to make sure you guys understand. Those tokens were done as a compensation for us to overcompensate for any type of maybe error or things that could go wrong. People that were staking and maybe they didn't earn their Treasure tokens, etc. Hence the reason they're locked. They're not team tokens. They're not our tokens. We have nothing to do with them. But I do have great news for you. I know there's a lot of people out there wondering. Since we are just over or close to a week, I think we hit a week on tomorrow, is it? I think it's tomorrow.
I can't remember.
We'll hit a week tomorrow. We are going to be burning the entire 98,775,000 Treasure tokens that are locked inside of that pink sale side. Those will get burned. They will be burnt through the Treasure contract. So they are burnt accordingly and appropriately, which this will in turn affect the CMC listing, the market cap that shows up on CMC. It'll affect everything. Total outstanding will change immediately, so that people will see that the only way to really gain Treasure tokens is going to be coming from the swap marketplace, as well as from earning the rewards that are coming through the staking and farming. Question that just showed up from Vicinity. The total supply that will be out there right now, current total supply, after those are burnt, should come in right around 1.8 million total.
That's just right now, though.
That's currently. It will obviously people will continue to earn them, and that will obviously adjust accordingly. However, there will not be over 100 million total. There will only be 1.8 million. So that number is going to drop dramatically. So for those of you that were kind of equating or valuing it based on the total 100 plus million, you're going to have to go back to the drawing board and recalculate that by tomorrow, I'd say.
Yeah. Did you see what Barneys are?
Barneys are burns.
Their burns are now called Barneys.
Barneys are burns. We obviously
We got the Barneys.
are going to be having a Barney.
A Barney.
We're gonna
Barney
birth. We're gonna birth a Barney.
Gonna burn the pure purple dinosaur.
No, don't.
That's what we're
not,
doing.
It's not burn the Barney.
Oh,
It's birth a Barney.
birth?
Birth a Barney. Right.
Oh, I got those. I'm not sure.
We're going to give birth to a Barney. All right.
I don't know about that.
Number 3.
Number 3 out of 47.
Will we see Doge token and other pairs added to LP farms and Dojax? The answer is yes.
Of course.
Number 4. Will there be a scheduled weekly burn similar to
No.
cake for treasure? It will be done manually. We will continue to burn treasure tokens.
Absolutely.
We will do that, obviously, very similar to how they handle cake. It'll be almost to the T, identically done. Because we do want to follow the success of what they've done with cake with the treasure token. However, treasure is going to be built into the NFT side, similar to how cake is actually built into their prediction side. It's built into some of the lottery stuff. We are going to be adding those things to Dojax here soon. So treasure, this is not the third utility. Let's be clear. Okay, I just want to make sure nobody's thinking this was the secret one. No. But we will be utilizing treasure in those facets as well. And we will be using the fees and doing some burns and stuff like that as well.
Some Barneys.
Some Barneys. Will treasure and MiniDOGE be added to PieSwap later? The answer is yes. Will there be staking pools opened up for all DT6 ecosystem tokens in Dojax? No, it will just be Dojax and the Doge tokens and MiniDOGE and Treasure. It'll live within its own formatted focus because that's what it's dedicated to.
Yeah,
we will obviously add the Treasure token, the MiniDOGE token, some other things into pools that will exist in other places that similar to PieSwap and things like that.
Right.
Where does the team see treasure in the future for Dojax and the MiniDOGE ecosystem? I think I kind of alluded to the utility side of it. So I think that's pretty much a checked off question at this point.
So.
But it is going to play a critical role. I said it earlier, a critical role into how people will engage with the bigger core assets of MiniDOGE, which is MiniPets. It is the NFT marketplace for MiniPets. It is the Dojax marketplace for NFTs. It is going to obviously help when we get with the community DAO and voting and proposing and doing all those exciting things. It'll be based a lot on Treasure token.
Treasure.
The next question, do we have a plan for more single staking pools? Answer is yes.
Yes, we do.
Next question, what is the difference between staking and farming? Staking is for tokens. You can do single tokens. You could do pairs, but it is made for farming for staking. And then farming is really the LP tokens where you're staking liquidity. Did you have anything you want to add on that?
No, I think you pretty much summed it up. I mean, farming's about staking the LP tokens that you get from adding liquidity to different trading pairs, whereas staking is, at least in the way that we're utilizing it on Dojax.
Correct.
You know, whereas the staking itself, we just have single token pools for that. So
Awesome.
yeah.
Next question, will Dojax be listed as an exchange on CG and CMC? Absolutely. 100% yes. and there will be statistics that will be listed on there, and what trades and pairs and all that stuff will also be under the exchange listing that will come on CMC and CG. Will Treasure be listed on a SEX? The answer is yes. There are no tokenomics to it. There are no fees. So it is actually built for worldwide adoption. It's built for game. It's built for the actual NFT marketplace, because we absolutely want people to adopt it as a currency in which they will engage when it comes to the games or the NFT marketplace and things like that. Next question is, what will you see MiniDOGE 5 to 10 years from now? Is it a long-term, and why? It's long-term because we're actually expanding the connection to the real people that are out there that want to also develop into an ecosystem such as the Roblox feel. We've obviously said this many times over. Third-party developers, people will be able to develop user games within the MiniPets ecosystem, where our goal is to be able to allow everybody to really kind of build out the metaverse of the MiniDOGE ecosystem that's being built, and be able to participate similarly to content generated by users. And when you go to that level and you expand out and you bring in the creativity and the artistry of other people, it definitely is something that will move towards long-term commitments from not only the game but the users, because it will always be evolving. There will always be more experiences. There will always be stuff being added on a weekly, stuff that people can now utilize their NFT character to do, or their pet to be able to experience, as well as obviously earn additional things in terms of the assets inside the game.
Don't forget, I mean, MiniPets itself, we're starting with DogeCity, but we already have plans for multiple expansions into different cities. So as time goes on, it's going to be a long-term hold, because there'll be expansions coming out every year.
And it'll just continue to build its brandability. We're not doing MiniPets to build it for. We're building it to try to compete with the Axies of the world. We're building it to try to compete with a Roblox. And even though it might not be a blockchain game, but it's something that we feel the users are definitely in the same market space, and it's definitely something we're going to be going after hardcore. It's not going to be an overnight thing, but it is something that, over time and as adoption continues and we continue to get mini pets out there for people to use and utilize, we certainly believe just the experience and the connection to it and how people will utilize it, it will be fairly unique, because it is not a clone game. We're not cloning Axie Infinity. We're not cloning other games that are out there. So the framework, the game itself, how it feels, how it plays out is not going to be like anything else that's out there. It will be uniquely built for the MiniPets and the MiniDOGE project. We are a little update on that. I think it's somewhere in here, but the little update on that is our developer side for that. We are almost to the point where we can maybe even announce the partner that is on that. We'll work with Devin here sometime early next week and maybe make sure that we're clear to move forward, but we plan to get you guys more information on that. It is progressing well. We are certainly going through the NFT side and getting that ready, and getting all the other pieces ready now that Dojax is out, and getting the marketplace ready for when we release the NFTs for holders and things like that are coming here shortly. Question that somebody did have regarding the Roblox nature of MiniPets. Is there issues with security where people's MiniDOGE tokens can be interacted with, or potentially stolen, things like that, if we're allowing other users or user-generated games, things like that?
Third party.
Very clear. MiniDOGE tokens will never be accessible to anybody in the MiniPets game, whether it's a developer or anybody for that matter. No chance in hell anybody is going to be able to interact with someone's MiniDOGE tokens that they have in their wallet or their staking or any of that things, because the way it's being built. There are some malicious people out there. There's malicious acts.
There always are.
However, we are really more mitigating on the side of how it's going to play out. The biggest thing is utilizing currency inside the game, such as minis. Treasure token will be actually used to be able to buy assets for the game, obviously. But utilizing minis and doing that conversion to either cash out or transfer to wallet or whatever the case may be, and then converting those into the appropriate tokens or appropriate fiat, will not put any sort of potential security issue or risk on anything that has to do with a third-party user-generated game. Is there any other design for a treasure token? This one is actually great. I think this question is good. I'm going to answer this probably next week so you guys can get more in depth. I think this question is great, but I think it's something I want to talk about and really dive into. And I don't feel like today is going to be the right time to do it, because I want to make sure I'm explaining it correctly so people will truly comprehend it fully and understand the power of what this is asking about treasure token. Just mainly because treasure coin and its role that it's going to play in the MiniPets game is so critical to how people will engage through the MiniPets, MiniDOGE ecosystem from now until eternity. So that's something that we'll get into a little bit further down the road. Probably not next week, but the week after. I'm sorry, I keep reading there's not an AMA next Wednesday.
It'll be next year.
Are you doing any marketing for Dojax and Treasure Coin? We are doing it for Dojax right now. We are fully focused on driving Dojax because we want people to go in there and see the opportunities, drive more liquidity into the pools, into the various different liquidity farming pools as well. So we are doing it for Dojax. We are starting Treasure Coin next week. We are going to do similar stuff that we've done in the past, but it's great because it's something new, it's something different, and we do feel we are going to be dedicating time to putting more information on the website about Treasure Coin, what it's going to do, how it's going to work, how people will utilize it within the MiniDOGE ecosystem. So that is all coming as well. MiniDOGE, let me see here. Hello, I saw that the market cap of Treasure is less than 100K on PooCoin. It shows 11 million. Is there a way to fix it? So this will all naturally, or at least should be fixed when we burn those 98 million treasure tokens. Right. So exciting that it's going to get burnt and it's going to rebase us to the correct market cap. It'll also correct us on the total supply. Congratulations and thank you for occupying the position of titanium sponsor for Crypto Expo. We know Satima will be very big and a lot of big investors there. Will MiniDOGE be interested in Satima mask in the future? The answer is yes. We are looking into it, and we are going to obviously do our best to see how it fits and what we can utilize on the MiniDOGE side. It is something that we're very familiar with out there, and we know the power of what that can bring to the project. We do want to make sure that we do all the diligence possible to make sure that when we move forward, we can obviously make that a huge success for both parties, both sides, and do a full-blown partnership in the future. So that is in the works. That is something that we are talking currently about. The next question here is there a way to fix the estimated gas fee? The 0.18 when you stake or you add to pools, things like that. For some reason, Dojax keeps putting the 0.18 number out there.
We'll definitely get that fixed and looked at.
And that's like $9 for transaction fee. The reality is it's only 40 cents. It actually processes between 30 and 40 cents. So there's nobody is getting actually charged that 0.18, 0.018, but it is on there. It's stated. It's something we're going to have fixed, and we're working on that. The second one is the liquidity pair for farming. It asks
About the cake B&B.
Yeah, it asks about cake B&B for a liquidity pair. Whoever asked this question, this is being fixed as well. We're working on this. And yes, your question is, shouldn't it be asking me if I want to add the pair I created? And the answer is yes. So we will have answers on that for the next AMA update, but most likely these two issues we're hoping are fixed long before then.
Oh, yeah. Definitely.
Any plans to bridge the ETH network for Treasure and MiniDOGE? I am sure that going to expand holders and price up. The answer is 100% yes. Question is, are we going to do it through P tokens, which is what we're looking into right now, or are we going to actually launch MiniDOGE on the ETH side as well?
And then do cross-chain between the two.
And do the cross-chain between the two. This is something that we are definitely in the process of finalizing, and then once we do, we will let you guys know, so you guys know what's going on and how that will work and all that type of thing. Next question.
This is a liquidity one.
Will there be scheduled buybacks and burns for MiniDOGE and Treasure? Scheduled. So the thing is, you can schedule those, but due to the way that a lot of that is really built for if you're taking an algorithm or you're taking historical data and you're applying it to the logic in this burning as well as buybacks, it's really predicated on volume. And so because we can't predict the volume today, tomorrow, next week, the Saturday, whatever, we actually have to do more of a manual approach to this. So it's not scheduled. It's manually done, and it's manually done at certain milestones and markers for us to be able to control the pieces of the ecosystem that's going to allow us to be successful. So it is manually done, but they will be done, and they will be done more frequently than I think most people would anticipate. That being said, that's the last question I have on here.
I think so.
I think
It seemed like a whole lot more than that.
I feel like it was more, but for some reason we knocked them out pretty quickly. Those of you that are out there, obviously, MiniDOGE has gone through many different paths and down different challenges, and we obviously have grown into more of the expertise of understanding more of how to navigate the MiniDOGE project towards its success story. And we feel we are stronger now than ever. This project is definitely something we're very excited about and proud of what we've done and where we're at and where it's going. The pieces that we've put in place for the pipeline that's coming here over the next 2, 3, 4, 5 months is definitely a very good team. We've changed it up a bit here and there. But as you go through anything, you definitely get to your core nucleus. That is the most impactful group of developers that we're working with internally on this project that are going to be able to drive its success to its original vision. And we feel we've accomplished that to a level of certainty to not be feeling like we're needing to go find somebody or go bring in more team members to add to this team so we can get accelerated to a stage that we feel we're in a good time frame. And that's actually a big win for us because it's a challenge, learning on the crypto side, knowing the tech side, knowing how tech's built, knowing how tech's the platform side is done, and building softwares and all that kind of stuff. That is something that we're very familiar with. When you add in the blockchain side and you add in the crypto side, that is something we're very familiar with on our side. But what we're learning is as we're going down, building out our developer teams, everybody seems to be a crypto developer. Everybody and their brother seems to think that they can do anything crypto related.
You can.
And then as soon as you get into the weeds on some of these people, It certainly is very apparent. Unfortunately, some can mask it longer than others, but we feel like our weed whacker is done whacking the weeds, and we're definitely going to be, acceleration will continue. It's already started with this project, and we feel it every day, where we're at, what we're doing, what's happening. We've got a Dev Team 6 member that's committed and dedicated to on a daily making sure that progress is made at a certain level, at a certain standard. Cryptic, those of you that know her, she works alongside with Jer. Together, those two are really the point people that are making sure every single day project management's being done at a very maximized output level, as well as all the attentive things, meaning administrative pieces, community communication, things of that nature, are all being addressed, and that people are continuing to engage with a good team that cares, that wants everybody to participate and do well, and everybody to feel like they're a part of it, because I always say it's all about everybody on the ship together. It's not about any one person left behind. We at Dev Team 6, we have a no holder left behind policy. So I want that to be near and dear to all your hearts, because we truly will stand behind it. There is not anything that if you reached out and you really had something and you really wanted to be heard, we're going to listen, and we're going to listen. We're going to listen to what applies, and we're going to take that and apply it and do great things and make sure people are accomplishing their goals. And we know when you get into a project like MiniDOGE or any other project crypto-wise that you're engaged with or you're involved with, the frustration mounts when you feel like the voice or what's being said or what the community is bringing to the table in terms of direction and navigation of the project, it can get frustrating, because there's all these great things, and a lot of times in order to try to move the mark on a community or move the mark on a project, it requires to be in these shoes or these seats, right? We want you to feel like you're sitting right next to us, and we're on that ship, we're on that train, we're on that bus, and we're all going to the finish line together. And that I'm going to tell you, I mean this honestly, there are so many ways that the influence that comes from the community can truly build and add additional layers of leveling up in a project. And your engagement, your focus, your passion, your drive, everything that you guys bring to the table on a daily, we are so excited to have. It means the world to us, because it also allows us to be in it together. And we wouldn't do this if we didn't feel that we could do this all as one community, one token, with multiple pieces that are going to expand off of it, and additional utilities and applications as we move into the future of blockchain gaming, the future of NFT and its intrinsic values, and how we move into NFT 3.0, the blockchain gaming, 2.0, 3.0, when those things are coming out in 2022, and we're ahead of it, and our community is alongside us all the way through, every step of the way. They understand what's going on, and where we're at and how things are going to play out. The other thing I do want to say, because this is something that we've been planning to do it, we've been busy, we got through Dojax now, and we're doing some other things with MiniDOGE and the project. But the other thing I want to say is we're going to do a project roadmap. The project roadmap is our goal is to put the Git book together and then have a book that is built around the project roadmap. Now, the project roadmap is going to be a project scope that's going to have milestones. It's going to have each project just completely exposed in terms of its basically its entire journey, its navigation of the project. And we will update that in real time. So you'll know exactly where we're at what phase, at what milestone, how we're progressing. There should be notes with a kind of like a mini update, that snapshots there for you guys. That'll be done sometime in January. So look forward to that, because we are transparent who we are. we're transparent, and we're willing to do or say or ask or even answer anything that our community is looking for. But we want to bring transparency at all levels of the project, because that is something that, it's hard because you can't control the narrative, because it's easy for people to go in there and talk a story based on what they assume is going on, versus to have that project roadmap and have an absolute something that they can say without any doubt or irrefutable evidence that tells you exactly where it's at. So if anyone's saying otherwise, you have something to reference. And if someone's interested in looking at it and seeing if it's something that they're interested in getting into at whatever stage it's at, they're going to have confidence to build into where exactly we're at with the project. So just giving you an update on that, I think that that's going to be critical into 2022. That level of additional layers for our communities, for our investor, for the holders, for the people that are prospectively looking at this project, they are going to have not only the big picture, but they're going to have the best bifocals on they've ever worn in their entire life, because they will feel that they're that close to sitting next to us in these meetings, to sitting next to our development team, to knowing exactly what's happening. Our roadmap, our project roadmap, will include screenshots of the projects. Sure. If there's a UI UX done, it'll be in there. If it's graphics for a character, they'll be in there. If it's graphics for a pet or whatever the case, an asset, you name it. As those things are going down through that the phases of the project, those will be in there as well. All right, so that being said, the last thing I'm going to answer an update. When burn?
When burn?
When burn?
That's a great question.
The burn of Treasure Token, 98,775,000. It will happen shortly after the AMA. It will happen.
Let's promise that it'll happen by the end of the week, by Friday. We've just got a couple things we need to cement and smooth out.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. You heard the man. You heard the man. He's saying we will wait to burn.
We'll not wait. We're just going to guarantee it'll be done by then.
It'll be done by Friday.
Right.
Okay.
Yep.
Amen.
Could be done here in a few minutes. Could be a few hours.
Are you trying to surprise them?
No, but I think that we should. Let the people know that the burn is coming. They can take advantage of that really low price the treasure is sitting at.
Is that why you want to wait?
Yeah.
Oh.
We've done these burns. We've done these big burns multiple times and multiple ways in the past.
I'm literally sitting here going, why would we need to wait? There's no reason we have to wait. But he isn't wrong.
Let's give people the opportunity to take advantage of.
He is not wrong. He is right. Anytime that we've given a time frame for the burn, it actually is a much better, I guess it creates a different culture around the project in terms of what's happening. So with that being said, why don't we just say it's tomorrow? Friday?
Let's say Friday.
But we have to tell them when, so they know when they've got until...
Friday.
Okay, Friday. So Friday there will be a burn for treasure tokens. So those of you that understand what that means and why that's important, you know what to do. You know what to do. That being said, everybody, from our hearts to yours, we wish you a very, very Merry Christmas. Dev Team 6 is not taking a lot of time off.
Ebbs has got something.
Oh, no.
Does MiniDOGE get a Christmas gift this year?
No, Abs.
Absolutely.
Abs, you caught that one.
Ebbs is on it.
That's good. I would have felt horrible.
Would you?
I would have. Felt horrible that we did not provide them with their Christmas gift.
That's right. Well, we do have a Christmas gift.
The Christmas gift from Dev Team 6.
If you look at it that way.
Well, it's definitely from me and
We
Ebbs.
think it's a Christmas gift.
It's definitely one from Ebbs and I.
Hey, easy, Tiger.
But, I mean...
It's from all of us.
If it were up to Eric, you'd get it in February. All right. So, that being said, Christmas is a very, very important time of year.
Right. It's all about giving.
One thing that we have been, I'd say I've been inquired many, many times from a lot of people, have reached out and asked, being a part of a Dev Team 6 project, being a part of this and being loyal to the MiniDOGE project and MiniPets, is that going to entitle me to participate on what is coming up in January, which is the Moonforce token?
I've heard of that one.
There's a bunch of people that are looking forward to that.
There are a couple.
I'll give you a quick little idea of where we're at with that. It is going to launch in January. It is going to go live. It'll have a whitelist. It will also have a public sale. We currently have 31,000 wallet addresses that are inquired for. We did a kind of a submit to get potentially whitelisted. We have 31,000 requests. We only have
a lot of wallets.
We only have about 1,200 spots for those 30-some thousand. There are some guaranteed based on some investor groups. However, we do have allocated additional whitelist spots. There's about 120 that are unspoken for, and we will be doing a random drawing on those 120 so they can participate in whitelist. But that doesn't really affect the public sale. The public sale is an allotment that is made for more of a fair pre-sale. The whitelist is made for mostly like marketing partners, people we've worked out deals with, influencers, things of that nature, as well as some of those investor groups that have taken the time to host it in their rooms in certain areas and different channels and stuff. But here's the interesting thing is
what
a lot of
to call it.
Oh, hang on.
I can't remember.
MiniDOGE, a lot of the holders have been asking if I'm a loyal holder of MiniDOGE, I should at least get an opportunity to participate with Moonforce first over the general public or any other random people that are just now getting word of something that is being built as unique as Moonforce is being built as a platform. A lot of people, there's a huge level of interest in the platform, lots of outside projects reaching out, a lot of inquiries, a lot of people wanting to partner. So this is where we ended up on this. We, at Dev Team 6, decided that it is important to us that everybody participate. It is important to this team that everybody is going to get an opportunity to participate in anything to do with our bigger ecosystem that is being built. MiniDOGE being part of it, and then all the other pieces kind of connecting or interconnecting to build one amazing foundation for crypto success going forward. So that being said, we have chosen that we are going to offer what is called a pre-sale.
You're going to call it something else.
I was going to call it the loyalty sale.
The loyalty sale.
The loyalty sale. It is basically the stage that happens prior to whitelist, and then after whitelist is public, and then public goes to stake onto the swap. This is stage one, then there's stage whitelist, then there's public, then there's swap. Stage one will be loyalty. Any MiniDOGE holder, and we'll give you guys more details sometime next week or the week after, but any MiniDOGE holder will be eligible to contribute and be guaranteed a spot in the loyalty sale that will take place. The good news is, and this is actually some exciting news, is the loyalty price per BNB is actually the highest out of all of them, meaning it's the highest number of Moonforce tokens that they will receive from participation. It then drops down considerably, actually, from that number down to, I'd say, roughly 40% less. And
we're still fine-tuning those numbers.
That is for whitelist and the public sale. And then the swap, once it goes to swap and gets staked, that number drops down way lower. So anybody that participates at that level, at the loyalty level, is going to get the most Moonforce tokens per BNB. So that is actually something that people should look at if you're interested. We will give out more details. We'll let you know when it starts. There will be, back to our number of spots, to the number of people and the number of inquiries. We're still overwhelmed with the number of people that we've gotten in whitelist, and we are trying to make it as fair and equitable as possible. So there will be a number of wallets that will participate. It will be come first serve. You will want to make sure if you're looking at participating, you definitely do it when it goes live, because we anticipate it not lasting very long. Because what we're going to try to do is make it as equitable for all the holders. But if you're interested, everybody will have access. It will at some point, we will run out of the number of allocation towards the loyalty sale. So we do need to make sure you guys are very aware of when, what time, where, how, what's the link, et cetera, et cetera. So we'll get you guys that information soon. I'd say early next week, mid next week, late next week sometime. I want to do it next week because I want it to be established before the New Year.
Couple of short weeks.
I would definitely like to see some people ringing in the New Year with what's coming, in the first few days of the new year for most of them. So I'm very excited about that. We certainly have more updates for Dojax that will be coming in the near week or so. We will update more. I know it's not listed here, but we will update more on the new white paper and the new roadmap that's coming out for 2022. That, again, will get updated in early 2022. Will be released publicly so you guys can all see it. There will be some added things in there. Obviously, treasure token will be talked about considerably. Its utility pieces will be discussed. Maybe we'll redact the third utility just so we can keep them in suspense. Maybe. I'm just kidding. We'll throw it in there. Don't worry. We'll probably have announced it prior to you seeing the new white paper, get books, and the actual roadmaps. So we're getting ready for 2022, folks. We appreciate you being here. We know you have a choice to make. You chose to be here. It does mean a lot to us. We don't take that lightly. And we're also excited about all the prospects of where this project is going. Again, do all the research you need and ask the questions you need to be answered. And we will do everything we can to give you all the insight possible that's going to help you do the right thing within the project, and also maybe give you some insight so you can add value to the project. You all matter too, and it's very important to us that we take the journey together. We're hand in hand crossing the finish line. So Merry Christmas. We will potentially speak to you before New Year's, just potentially. I'm not going to say anything cryptic.
That's a rough potential.
Not saying anything cryptic because we don't have a scheduled AMA next week, but we, wink, wink, might be chatting sooner than you think.
Maybe we'll have Cryptic on there chatting.
Yeah, Cryptic is going to drop a banger on some
a
people.
Barney.
A Barney.
She's going to drop a Barney on you.
Sorry, that just does not sound...
It's got to mean something in the UK or something, right? Maybe Australia with the Barneys.
I thought you said maybe I'll show you.
That's what I thought. I thought maybe I'll show you.
I was like, whoa.
Oh, wow, she's getting spicy.
I was thinking, what did she drink at lunch? Wow.
Something.
Okay. All right, everyone, thank you from our hearts to yours. We appreciate y'all.
Throw the Barneys.
You guys are awesome. Thanks for being here with us. We will talk to you soon. Have a great Christmas, and we'll be in touch.